Hello students, now we are going to discuss how we can able to determine causality condition when it is given in form of y and x. So start with the example yn equal to n x square n. So this is our first example. Now how we can check whether the system is causal or not? First, we know that causal system can be stated as those system whose output is actually dependent on the input, present input and past input. But if there comes future input, the system becomes non-causal. So we are checking it in this way. First we are putting n equal to 0 and we are getting the output at 0th instant. So it will be 0. Okay. Now, so at the first instant, at least at the 0th instant, we are getting output equal to 0. So we cannot explain anything from this formula. So let's try with second thing, that is n equal to plus 1. So now that means y1. y1 means n equal to 1 x square of 1. So that means the output of this particular state of 1 is dependent on the present state only. And then we are checking this. So we can consider from this it is a causal. But now check it with n equal to minus 1. So what we are getting? We are getting the output at n equal to minus 1 and we are getting that the output is dependent on that particular state only. So from these three equations we can determine that this system is actually a causal one, because the outputs of the system depends on only the present inputs. Okay. Now take the second case. So let's start with the second problem. Problem number 2. Here we are getting the equation is yn, that is the output, is dependent on n into xn. Almost similar. So here also what we are going to do, we will put n equal to 0 first and we are getting the output is equal to 0. Then we will check the system with n equal to 1. We will get y equal to 1 and the output is x. 1, that means the output of this particular instant is dependent on the same instant. N equal to minus 1 and we are getting minus 1 and x minus 1, x of minus 1. That means here my output is having a magnitude reversal but is actually dependent on the same time instant. So we can determine that the system is causal. Next, take the third example. The third example is example number 3. Yn is equal to x of minus n. What we are going to do first? We will check the equation with n equal to 0. So here we are getting the output is dependent on that particular state, or the present state is 0 and output is dependent on that state only. So from this equation we can think that the system may be causal. But we need to verify it using another value. So we are taking the value of n equal to 1. So what we are getting? We are getting that the output of the first instant is dependent on previous instant. It is previous instant. So from this also we may consider that the system is causal. Let's check it with -1. Here what we are getting, it is becoming +1. That means if this is my particular time instant, the input with respect to this time is a future one, because we know if this is present state, 1, 2, 3, they will represent future inputs, and -1, -2, -3, they will represent previous inputs or past inputs. So this past value of output with respect to this one dependent on the future input. So though we are not actually understanding with the first two values, but with this particular value we can understand that this signal is actually dependent on, sometimes it is dependent on the present inputs, sometimes it depends on the past inputs, but with some cases it will dependent on future inputs also. So it will be a non-causal. So it will be a non-causal signal. Next, the fourth example. Example number 4. Example number 4. So in example number 4, we are getting yn equal to x of n square. In the similar approach, we are going to test this. For n equal to 0, we are getting y0 equal to x0. That means the output dependent on the same instant of input. For n equal to 1, we are getting the output is also dependent on the same instant of input. For y equal to -1, what we are getting? We are getting that it is dependent on a future input. As this is minus and this is +1, that means the output of -1th instant is actually dependent on the future input. So obviously the system will be a non-causal system. Thank you.